relatable than the mainstream news these days.
No one else is talking about the labia shriveling up and falling off. So
That's right.
what Narcy has to look forward to.
Listen, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
should check mine.
I got
As long
enough
as-
to spare.
She's like, as long as it stops bleeding, it can fucking do what it wants, walk away.
Shrivel up, close up. I don't care.
Disclaimer.
Everything in this podcast is our personal opinion and for entertainment only. We are not experts and everything is alleged. Don't take us too seriously. Do your own research and enjoy the chaos.
Hey y'all, welcome to the absolute mess that is the Feral Creatures of Chaos podcast, broadcasting live from the depths of the feral sphere, where sanity goes to die and weirdness thrives. Lurking in the sphere with me tonight,
Hi, I'm Betty.
Narcy.
Hey, it's Madge.
I'm Helen. Buckle up, hydrate, and hang on. Let's get feral.
Hello, beautiful ladies. How is everyone this week? Any feral, unhinged, or chaotic moments you like to share with us?
Well, I have the much anticipated update for Cookiegate.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just gonna let it go, and I had a really difficult week last week, and I was like, I need to have someone to project all my rage onto. And so I was like, the cookie cunt, she's gonna get it. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, it says that you got the cookies delivered back to you. So I was like, are you gonna be able to like send them back to me to a different address? I'm more than happy to like pay for shipping. And the girl was just an absolute cunt to me. She was just like, no, like it's our policy that once it leaves our building, like we aren't in charge of it. Like, what kind of a shitty owner does that? And I was like, giving me 20% off of a new order. So I had to pay for these $40 cookies again on top of the freaking shipping. Like, and I get 20% off. Like, how's that even fair? And I was like, well, listen, like, I don't want to have to escalate this further. And she's like, well, just so you're aware, the small business owner is CC'd in these emails. Okay, cool. I'm also a small business owner, so I understand how things run, and the way she's running it is absolute fucking shit. So then I just put a dispute on the charge for my card, and so she'll be getting hit with a fee, which sucks for her, but she could have avoided that by just sending me the cookies again, and I was willing to take the shipping. But instead she wanted to be a cunt, and so was I.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel
how
like that was
much?
well deserved.
Yeah, how much do a few cookies cost her in like that are already done? That's so bad.
And she
So
has the
bad.
damn cookies, my original batch. So what's the fucking
Right.
problem?
Right? Just send them back.
Yeah, and then
because
she
you
tried to
got
argue with
nothing
me
from
about
it.
exactly. I got nothing. I paid for nothing other than
Yeah.
frustration, and their customer service is absolute crap. But if you guys watched her TikTok, then you know exactly how she is. And
Mhm.
this is
Do you
why it
want to
took me a
plug
whole
her?
year
So
to support.
she
Yeah,
can get
I've already
trolled?
blocked her.
How about you, Helen? Any
I
feral?
think it's been pretty quiet around
Oh.
here. Yeah, surprisingly.
No coffin
Sure.
shaking,
No, they're
dolls
pretty
moving.
good. No, not so far. Not that I've noticed. Well, one was kind of tilted off the shelf. I did notice that. I need to get down there and see if she's righted herself or if I need to do that. I forgot. I haven't been. Well, I mean, I guess watching the extra children, that was because they were pretty feral on Tuesday. Oh, yikes. Or Monday, not Tuesday. They're crazy.
Speaking of dolls, I
Mhm.
feel like I saw that the guy that was in charge of Annabelle died.
You did. You did see that.
Oh
They
my
were leaving
God.
for, was it Gettysburg, I think?
Yeah. Or in
And then he
Gettysburg.
just up and died. Yeah, they had just gotten there. They left, I believe,
Yeah.
and had just gotten there. And yeah, everybody's pretty shocked. He was only like 54, I believe.
But why are they
Yeah.
shocked? This is her thing.
I know.
Yeah.
This is what you get for taking her out of her protective box.
Exactly.
She shouldn't be
Exactly.
on tour.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah, that's the queen of feral.
Yes.
I know, right?
Annabelle.
Yeah. Even we don't mess with her.
No, right.
Even I don't, and I'm skeptic. Hell no.
Right?
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
How about you, Narcy?
Oh, just my feral menstrual cycle that decided to hemorrhage, everything out of my body. And I had assumed, I'm almost 49, getting to probably in perimenopause. And I thought that it got easier, right?
No, girl.
Like,
Don't get excited.
I
Yeah.
know. I thought, but they show you the little thing and it's like, oh, you get less periods and then
Lies.
it's gone. I am more regular than I ever have been, and they're worse than ever.
No,
What
this
the
is a
fuck?
period where everyone goes crazy, like literally
Well, sure,
hormones,
crazy, I'm
depression,
fine.
anxiety, hot
Yep.
flashes,
Yeah.
crazy bleeding, chin hairs, all the things.
No, not the chin hair. I refuse that. I rebuke the chin hair.
Rebuke the chin hair. Oh my God. Yeah.
Not
Anyway.
doing it.
And
That
is
was
it?
it. It
I
took
know.
me
I think you
out.
guys saw a TikTok where it says that you lose part of your labia as well. It just falls off.
Yeah.
Let's not
Well,
get
listen,
crazy
you
now.
know,
No, it's a thing. People are saying about it, and then doctors are like, "Yeah, it's true. It shrivels up and falls off." I think your labia
Take that
majora,
thing
not the
back
minora.
up.
no.
This can't be
It-
true.
Yeah.
You know,
I read.
do your
you
own
sent it to me,
research
Matt.
as always, but I've heard this on TikTok University, and it's true.
Yeah, it's true. You heard it on
Right.
TikTok. It's true.
Exactly.
Oh
I
man.
think it's more credible than the mainstream news these days.
No one else
Right?
is talking about the labia shriveling up and falling off, so
That's right.
what Narcy has to look forward to.
Listen, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
should check
I
mine.
got
As long
enough to I got enough to spare.
She's like, as long as it stops bleeding, it can fucking do what it wants, walk away.
Shrivel up, close up. I don't care.
Oh,
Close the
snap.
factory completely.
And did you want to give us your feral moment? Yeah, she's been going fucking crazy with Bomb Party.
Oh,
And I'm no angel
no.
either, but Betty?
All right. Listen, I went one whole week and I spent no money on anything except for my bills. And it was a very depressing week. It was very depressing. And then last night, well, what's today? No, 2 nights ago, I'm supposed to get paid. I always get paid on a Monday at 5 to 7 p.m. It's freaking 10 p.m. and I'm freaking refreshing my app, and that money still didn't hit my account, and I'm getting aggravated. So the next morning, there's another girl who gets paid. We have the same bank. I'm like, you get paid last night? She's like, no, did you? I almost texted you last night. I'm like, no. So we wait. Our boss comes strolling in like 10 a.m. I was like, hey, did your wife put in payroll this week? Because mind you, she's forgotten at least twice already. He's like, I don't think so. He texts her. She's like, let me check. Oh, I forgot to press submit. So I got a little feral.
Mhm.
And when I went home, I might have maxed out one of my credit cards on Bomb Party. Yes, that was my feral moment. It wasn't a lot. I mean, my credit cards don't hold a high balance. I am pretty poor, just
Now
saying.
we know why.
I mean, but yeah, I may have bought things that I do not need to fill up this second ring holder that I recently purchased. It has 100 slots, okay? It looks very empty.
It's going to fill up soon because you already have like 150.
I might have exactly 100, maybe 110, but not 150. Definitely not.
On
That's not
party
including
rings
what's coming.
or bomb party rings? Oh, okay.
no. Just in general.
Right.
Bomb Party rings have their own ring case now, and I
Okay.
think they have 10 in there.
No, there's
Oh my
more than
God.
that.
Well, I'm not counting the ones that Madge gave me for my birthday. I'm
No,
wearing,
those count. Those count.
but they're not in there because they have their own special
But they still
box.
count.
But you know what thing I did notice this week is that I've been hearing like very like low like and it's like in my car at home, and then I also heard it at work, and only one other girl heard it with me at work, and the other three just thought we were crazy. But I don't know, I wanted to ask you girls too, and I almost forgot. Have you been hearing that like low frequency like you know
Well, I
what
have
I'm talking-
tinnitus, so I hear that all the time, but
What's tinnitus?
No, I haven't.
it's like a
Tinnitus
ringing
is-
in the ears, and then like sometimes it'll just be one ear and the other side loses sound, and then it'll be in the other one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's just like
I
a
get
very
that.
low like
But it sounds like it's like
I didn't hear a damn thing.
sometimes it's just in there. It's quiet, but it's like all of a sudden, like someone covered your ear, and then you just hear like a.
No, it's more like a. But it's
That's what
like
I was
lower.
doing. I don't have that note. I can't hit that pitch. Okay.
I heard nothing from that.
It was a dog whistle. Did the dogs come running? Did Leo come in?
The point is, you might have tonight. Well, they say tinnitus is also like a spiritual thing. So, like, when that happens, like your spirit guides are trying to tell you to pay attention.
Okay. Because it does happen sometimes when I first wake up, and I thought it was my AC at first, but nobody else heard it. And I'm just like, I'm not going crazy. But then I heard it in my car also on my way to work. And then I heard it at work, not all on the same day. These were different days. But yeah, that was just something weird going on. And I'm just like, what is this? Why do I keep hearing this? But at least
Probably
at
your spirit
work,
guides be like, stop spending your money.
right? You're going on vacation. You won't be eating nothing but beans.
Hey, I'm watching those kids. I'm getting some dough. We'll have bean
Yeah.
money in the
I need
fall.
a
Money.
side hustle.
She's
I
getting
need another side
tortillas. My sugar mamas.
I need to make money for that guac and salsa.
I can do without guac.
I could.
And Narcy can't have that
guac.
I
anyways.
can't have
Oh,
guac,
yeah.
so
I'm
yeah.
sorry. All right, so we need a spring
Well-
for some rice.
Rice, some
Pico.
salsa.
Some pico.
Yeah, pico de gallo.
Damn, now I'm hungry.
I know.
Let's talk about the wellness world. From sound baths to smudging, Reiki to rage rooms. What actually helps and what's just expensive water? Welcome back to our 6th episode of Feral Creatures of Chaos, where curiosity reigns and no topic is too weird to unpack. Today, we're diving into the world of alternative medicine, the practices people swear by, the ones they roll their eyes at, and the gray areas in between. We're diving headfirst into the tangled realm of holistic healing. This isn't your average wellness chat. It's a potion of skepticism, spirit, and a sprinkle of chaos. We want to know what actually works. Is that Reiki session actually healing you or just draining your wallet? What just feels good, and how do we even begin to tell the difference? Whether you got a cabinet full of supplements or you're side-eyeing the latest wellness trend from across the room, this episode has something for you. We're talking real experiences, hard questions, and maybe a few things that actually work. Let's get into it. What would you like to share with us, Narcy?
Well, I didn't really have anything that I wanted to talk about, like exactly that is a specific wellness or medicinal thing, but I'm always curious about the placebo effect because it's kind of the same thing, right? Like we have a lot of things that we don't have like scientific evidence or needs more research, you always see, right? And we know that there is the placebo pill we've all heard of, where like one person gets the real medicine and then somebody doesn't get it and they think they're getting it. And I've always thought of it as like a trick, right? Like they're tricking you. They give you a pill, they tell you it's something else. It could be a sugar pill, and they're saying this will cure your thing. It's some special medicine. And they know that that can work, right? And it's been around since, I think it was the 18th century was the origins of the term placebo, and it's Latin for I shall please. And one of the things that they first used the placebo medicine for was to treat illnesses that didn't have a cure. So if they didn't have a cure for something, they gave somebody something and said it might work. And then it's been used off and on, but what they've really seen is that it actually can work in certain circumstances, which is really intriguing to me because we always see all this stuff about, oh, well, that doesn't work because there's not enough science to back it up, right? And maybe that's true, but maybe it works. So one of the things that I found really interesting was some of the research that they've been doing recently. Well, there's genetic factors apparently. So like you can be genetically predisposed to have a stronger placebo response. So there's like if your mom and your mom's mom all had the genetics to believe or that your body would respond to a placebo, then you might as well, which I thought was really fascinating. And it's mental and physical. So it could be like, if you're depressed and they say, here, take this medicine, it's a pill, and it can work for mental health. It can work for physical health, like energy, sports medicine, even things like after surgery or pain. They talk about pain a lot. So like one of the big things that they found was a meta-analysis shows strong placebo effects in trials for chronic pain, depression, and irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, hey, whatever works, right? But now the most interesting thing for me is that they have found out that even if you know you're taking the placebo, it can still work. So if they say, here, we're giving you a sugar pill, a placebo pill, and this is going to help you with your depression. So you're like, yeah, I know it's a placebo. It can still make you feel better, which I think is so fascinating. So that's just kind of the thing that like that psychology and all putting that all together with like all of the stuff that we see around, like all of the, herbal medicine and all of the like one of the examples that I really find interesting is that they've done studies to show that what do you call it? Sorry, my brain blanked, but the smelly oils. I can't think of the word.
Aromatherapy.
Aromatherapy, yeah. That aromatherapy doesn't work at all. Like it doesn't change your body or your brain, but we all know that it works for a lot of us, right? Like it does actually calm us down if we need to, or other things. So that was just kind of really interesting to me, especially since we're going to be talking about these kind of more less scientific woo-woo type medicines and healing practices.
It kind of reminds me of like how they say, if you think it, like for instance, that book I just read where the person had cancer, and if you think that you can heal yourself, you like your body starts healing yourself. But if you're like in a negative space, then you're just going to kind of deteriorate. But if you think to yourself like, I'm going to get through this, I got this no matter like what, it seems like your body works with your mind kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So is that really a placebo, or is that just like, I'm wondering, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, right.
or is it just
Is it-
magic?
Yeah, right. The
It's just-
power of the mind. Yeah.
yeah,
And
the
like
power.
it's just so crazy that we can, I mean, obviously you need, disclaimer. You can't cure everything with the mind, but there's a lot of stuff like you hear people saying, well, they told me I was going to die and there was no cure and I was going to just go through it. And, they have a positive attitude and they try everything and they live forever kind of thing. Not forever, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the
So-
same thing, like people who say, oh, you're never going to walk again, and then they're like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll show you kind of thing. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Another thing that was interesting too, that I saw that like there are techniques that can help the placebo, like enhance the placebo effect. And those are ritual, branding. So like saying it's a certain brand. Um, and then also like suggestive language. So different language can make somebody feel like something is working more too.
It's like enticing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Madge, what would you like to talk about?
So I'm going to be talking about EFT, which is known as the emotional freedom technique. So just for a little bit of background, I come from a mom who's a nurse and a dad who's a marriage and family therapist. So very much people who believe in, I guess you could call it the pharmaceutical brainwashing that, goes on. And I spent a better part of 7.5 years medicated with medications that did absolutely nothing other than make me feel worse. And of course, the withdrawals from those medications. And so I've been on a hunt for ways that can make me feel better without making me feel worse. And kind of along the lines of like the power of positive thinking and ways to better myself without, I guess, being dependent on something. Because that's one thing that I struggled with, was a lot of the medications weren't just like SSRIs. They were, I think, SNRIs, which are a lot more intense and like immediate withdrawal symptoms. And just like it was like horrible having to get off of them because my doctors kept trying to find something that was going to make me feel better, and literally nothing worked. And so I came across the emotional freedom technique back in 2009, but I immediately was like, this is fucking weird. Like, I don't think like tapping on your body, which for people who don't know, EFT tapping was developed in the 1990s by Gary Craig, an engineer and personal development coach. And he initially studied thought field therapy, TFT, by Dr. Roger Callahan, and then simplified the technique into EFT. And it draws heavily from TCM, so traditional Chinese medicine, particularly the concept of the qi, which refers to the life force or energy that flows through the meridians in the body. And according to TCM, blockages or imbalances in the qi can lead to emotional and physical distress. And EFT uses tapping on these meridian points to release energy blockages to restore balance. And basically, the tapping works by using phrases similar to like, what is the therapy? CBT? Yeah. So you tap on the top of your head, your eyebrow, the side of the eye, under the nose, the chin, the collarbone, and under the arm. And some people use the karate chop point, so basically the side of your hand. It's been known to show reduction in stress and anxiety, help with trauma and PTSD, improvements in self-worth and confidence. It says about pain relief. For me, I've just mostly focused on the emotional benefits because I haven't tried it for pain, because that's where I lean into my cannabis use. But it also helps with like reduction of addictive behaviors. I know many people who have done this have said that they have healed their eating disorders or got rid of their asthma, and got rid of addictions. I can't speak to that, but I know that when I'm feeling worked up and really stressed out, this takes me from being like a 9 to being like a 1 or a 2 in my anxiety level. And I usually go through multiple rounds of it. So you tap on these points while focusing on a specific issue. And it's thought to disrupt the brain's stress response by activating the body's relaxation response. So if I'm like having a hard time having my thoughts racing at night, I usually will do a tapping session, and it'll immediately make me feel tired. And you can usually tell if it's working if you yawn or if you sneeze or if you just start crying. Like it'll just release all these emotions. Essentially, EFT works by like talking about the things that are bothering you, like, oh, this person at work's a complete fucking bitch, like, and I really hate them. They make me feel stupid. And just like saying these things as you're tapping it. And then you kind of clear that out. And then you work it into being like, I am worthy. No matter what this person does, I still love and accept and forgive myself. And you just repeat these affirmations over and over again. And that has worked a lot. Like, is it going to cure your anxiety and depression? I mean, I'll never say never, but like for me, it's just something that helps me manage something that I feel like being diagnosed as a child, like it's not something that's ever going to go away. It's just like a part of me, and I have to be diligent and knowing the symptoms of when it starts to get out of hand and doing the things that I know work, like taking my supplements. I take a lot of different supplements that help me feel better, and also journaling, practicing gratitude, just mostly making sure that my brain is in the best possible state throughout the day. Because if that goes out of control, that immediately snowballs. And then it just goes downhill from there. But it's something that I initially thought was stupid or silly or weird. And now it's something that, like, whenever anyone's having any issues, I like the first thing I do to recommend, I'm like, have you tried tapping? Because I do believe that energy gets trapped in the body and you need to release it, whether that's like through crying or screaming or journaling, but like the pressure points to get that energy flowing, I feel like does wonders. And I know, Betty, I know I recommended it to you and you said you noticed a
did.
difference, right?
Absolutely. And like she said, it's weird as fuck when you first start. I mean, there's so many videos out there, and she sent me two totally different types of people. One was a older gentleman, very calm and collective, and another one was a spicy young lady. But I liked them both because they both brought something different. And even though the first two times I was just like, what the fuck did Madge making me do right now? This is so weird. Like, so I felt so silly. And the first two times I did it, I didn't repeat what the people were saying because, you know, like she said, they go through a whole bunch of prompts and like basically the issue you're having, release all that, and then back in with that the good positive affirmations. But the third time, I was like, let me just say what they're saying, you know? And I know it sounds silly, but it really did make me feel so much better. And I felt like a release in my body. I felt lighter. I felt happier. And certain ones do certain things. But yeah, I think it works very well. And I wanted to touch on how you said like making sure, you know, your brain is healthy as well with like your journaling and taking your supplements. That's very important. Like we always think like, oh, you know, I got to take care of my body, but we don't really, maybe you guys do, but like when I think about, oh, I got to take care of my body, I don't really consider my brain, you know what I mean? Like part of that, but that's like the most important part of our body is,
Yeah.
you know, our brain. So I feel like anything that helps, no matter how silly it sounds or whatever, just try it. You never know. It could surprise you because honestly, I love doing it. I do it a few times a week now. I'm not at the point where I can say like my own spiel.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's been decades and I'm still not with my own form. I still like follow people because I need to. With my ADHD, it's hard for me to focus on
Yeah.
like I can't ever like rub my head and tap my belly or whatever the thing is. I can never do that. And so like there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to say my own prompts and then remember to tap where I need to tap. So usually I'll just like
Exactly.
close my eyes and tap, but like you were saying, I think out of the four of us, I might be the one with like the most out there in terms of like the things that I do. But I'm not the type to like immediately like believe in anything. Like I'll keep an open mind, but I'm always like uh, a nice dose of like skepticism. I'm like, well, I'll try it and see if it works. And if it does, that's a good thing. But like I do like all the things like essential oils, the supplements, the tapping, the Reiki. And I know Helen's going to talk about some things that I also like to do. Um, and, and so like I'm all for it for doing whatever you can to like keep your mind right and heal
Absolutely.
yourself in whatever ways that you can.
Question. Reiki, do you do it on yourself or you have someone do it to you? Like, do you know how to do that?
Yeah, like I'm not a fan of Reiki just because I feel like every single master Reiki person I've seen, I mean, for the most part, most of them are all a little bit, they're different. They have they're really intense and I just find them to have a lot of explosive kind of anger. And I feel like that's because to me, I see Reiki as like the freeway and like anyone and anything can get on. It's just like a way that the energy goes. And you just never know what kind of crackheads are going to be on the road that day. And that's the same thing with energy. And so like I'm a level 2 Reiki person, but like I don't really do it on myself. I tried doing it on my dogs. I've done, it's called the Renaud technique. I'm certified in that as well. Like I said, I've done all the things because I'm really interested in being the best person that I can be without having to rely on things that might mess up my organs. Like that's one thing I always think about. Like whenever I had to take like Tylenol or Advil, I'm always like, oh, this is gonna like cause internal bleeding. Like I feel like going down my back, and I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, so it doesn't help me when I look at the side effects to things. I'm like, oh my God. And then my mind just goes crazy. You know, like I said, I gotta keep that shit on lockdown because if I let her have free roam, she's gonna go crazy. So
No, but I love that you try things and you give it a chance. That's great, you know.
mhm,
Because honestly, I never heard of that before. So I want to thank you for introducing that to me because
mhm,
it does help me, especially my anxiety lately has been more so than usual. And
mhm.
even with like my depression. And this year has probably been my best year of my life as far as like depression goes and falling into that deep dark hole where I talk to no one and
Yeah.
I like bury myself. I feel like this year And it's probably because like you, I've been doing like extra things, like
Mhm.
trying to find alternative ways to deal with everything. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you've been
I'm
hanging
glad
out
it helping
with
you.
us too. Thank you.
Yeah, we won't let you.
I know, and I have these three gorgeous women who have been my ride or die for almost a year. It's almost our 1 year anniversary, ladies.
Aww.
Almost, almost. It's coming
It is.
up. Ellen, what would you like to share with us today?
Well, I can talk to you a little bit about what I go to. I go see an acupuncturist, but I don't go for acupuncture because I don't like needles. I go for applied kinesiology, also known as AK or muscle testing. So, muscle testing is a diagnostic tool that uses muscle strength or resistance as a way to access information from the nervous system. The idea is that the body knows what strengthens it and what weakens it. It could be food, supplements, an emotion, maybe even a belief. They use muscle testing to identify food sensitivities, emotional blocks, supplements capability, or even unresolved trauma. In a clinical or chiropractic setting, it could help pinpoint structural imbalances or guide treatment plans. It's also used in holistic and integrative wellness. So I actually have to go see him on Friday. So too bad we're not doing this next week. But I can't remember who introduced me to my doctor. He's licensed in Chinese medicine. I'm not sure how long he's been doing it. He's as old as I am, maybe a little older. So he's been doing it for a while. But he basically you lay on a table, like a massage table. So I'm laying on the table and then you raise up, it's your left arm. Okay. So he's standing over you and the first thing he asks for is where your belly button is. So he applies light pressure and then he pushes one direction and then you push in the opposite direction. So it basically is igniting your flight or fight mode.
Mhm.
So when he's pushing and you're pushing, he's touching these different parts on your body. So when he gets to the problem area, your hand kind of moves to defend that part of your body. My
Mm.
problem was I had been real tired and I had gallbladder surgery, so I was having really a lot of stomach pain just from the gallbladder, chest pain, uh, and I just knew it still wasn't right, even though I had the gallbladder removed, and he didn't know that I had that surgery, and he identified that area as problematic. I'm like, "Well, I don't even have the gallbladder," and I knew that's what it was. It's because I had it removed. If I had known, I would have done something. I would not have taken it out because it's like, it's there for a reason and it's processing whatever. And so now that's gone. So the stuff that it's supposed to be processing is just kind of going out into your body. So that was giving me some problems. So he goes on, he's got all these supplements on the wall, these herbal things, and they're all natural, they're clean, there's no pesticides. He gets them from one certain company. He's got them all on the wall, so he'll take out those once he goes through and identifies. I think there were 4 different supplements that he thought I needed. So then he takes those supplements and he does that same arm movement and he puts down a pill and then he does the arm and then he puts down another pill and he does that until he gets the right count of vitamin. So I started out with 4 different supplements, 3, 4, 5 of each a day. And just every time you go for a recheck, he just does the same thing. And then sometimes, he takes a few away, sometimes he adds more. So I'm down to 3 now, and I think I take 2 of one and 3 of the other 2, and just like 3 times a day. And it really has helped. I've sent a friend over there, and he grabbed her wrist as he was talking to her and told her immediately she had surgery, issues with her liver. And he told her immediately, like she was sold on it. She sent her dad over there. She sent her son over there. So it's really helped me. I mean, maybe it's a placebo effect, I don't know. And I also had like a lot of itching going on, like an allergic reaction to something. So on your first time, he also does like a food panel, and he said I had a wheat intolerance. So I kind of just stopped eating a lot of breads and pasta, anything with wheat in it, and it completely cleared it up. And I noticed whenever if I eat the wheat, then I'm itchy again, so I just stay away from it. So, and it's not invasive, so I like that. I don't have to, the medicines are natural. And he's not like trying to sell me these supplements. He's like, you can get them on Amazon or wherever. Just make sure you check the expiration date. So he's not trying to sell me the meds. So, is it science or intuition? I mean, it could be a blend of both. Subtle body awareness, some parts are rooted in neurology and biomechanics. Others lean into energetic or intuitive territory. It's not a replacement for labs or a medical diagnosis at all, of course, but it's a good complement. There's skepticism around it, with everything, and that's fair. It can be influenced by the practitioner, the expectations of the clients, which takes you back, to your mindset. If you believe it's going to work for you, So training, neutrality, ethical practice, those are all important things to look for. And it can be profoundly accurate, which in my case, it was, and it helped a lot.
With kinesiology, have you done the self-testing, with the fingers?
I actually, well, I didn't do it with the finger thing. So I had, like, I don't know, my throat last week, it was like I went to have allergy testing done once because I almost went to anaphylaxis. It woke me up in the middle of the night. One night I could not breathe, and I'm like, do I dial 911? Do I wake Cody up? Do I, drive myself? I ended up taking a Benadryl and sleeping it off. It cleared up. So
Girl,
I
don't do
know
that
I'm
again.
stupid. I won't, I promise. So, and I went, and the doctors are like, well, you're not allergic. I'm like, pretty sure I am. So last week I noticed a lot of throat tightness, and I think it's because I was taking a different supplement, not from my doctor, but it's just one that I picked up at the store. I think it was one for heart health. And I think that was what I was allergic to. So I grabbed the bottle tonight because, you're supposed to hold it. And if you hold the bottle and your body sways and gives you a reaction to it, then that could be an issue. So I
Wait,
think
what?
it's an issue. It's like a self-diagnosis. That Madge, you can go ahead and
Yeah, so like I think this was back in like 2007. There was this guy up at the lake and he was teaching a class about kinesiology, and I was like, that sounds interesting. So of course I went, and he basically said that you can use it to see if you should like go on a date, if you want to buy this gift for your friend. Like it's a way to test your muscles to be like, is that the right thing? So like you can decide which one's going to be I guess the control, which one's going to be the test. So say this is going to be the loop, and you're like, oh, should I get Betty a gift card to Bomb Party? And if it goes through, that means yes, but it stopped, so that means no. Like, should I get Helen's squeezy thingy? I said yes, like, and it just releases on its own. Like, what is that? I want it. But that's basically how you do it. Like, should I get this shirt for my dad?
I'm seeing Madge with her index and her thumb fingers in a
Like an
circle.
okay sign, yeah.
And then on the other hand, she's got her index finger and she's poking it through the circle. Just so everybody knows.
Imagine
what we're
a hot dog and a donut.
Yeah,
that's the
hot dog
visual.
and a donut, exactly.
Yeah, but you can also do it like there's like another way where it's like two loops. So like this, do you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you ask the same thing, and if it's resistance and it doesn't go through, that means no. And it depends, like you have to ask it, show me a no, show me a yes, so it's the
Right.
same thing. It's almost kind of like scrying with your body.
Yeah,
Interesting.
like you're a pendulum.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. And you can also do it with like Helen said, using your whole body to like resistance. Like if you can push someone, that means
Yeah.
like, does she feel good today? And if like you don't sway, that means then no, she feels good or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's a really fascinating thing. And I thought when you're saying he gave you supplements, because when I did acupuncture, they gave me this disgusting fucking teas.
Oh, the teas. Oh, my
Ugh.
mom.
Ugh.
Teas.
I was
No,
like,
these are
she's like,
pills.
I can tell you're not taking your teas. I'm like, have you tried them? 'Cause
Yeah.
I couldn't.
So
And I
that's
hated tea at this time. So I was like, no.
Yeah. That's part of why I am so skeptical is from my mom and the other hippie people around me growing up was they would bring I was, whatever, preteen or something, and they want me to drink this. I mean, preteen. A preteen. These mushroom teas taste like literal dirt.
Yeah, it's
Like
dirt and
they
the
just
texture. Ugh.
yeah, they just put dirt in a cup and some lukewarm water and was like, "Here, have
Mhm.
some."
And it smells like fucking feet.
Yeah. So there was no way I was going to do that. I had all kinds of other people like doing crazy stuff. The funny thing is like with the tapping and all of this stuff, I was I I'm still skeptical, obviously, but I do believe that, stuff works. I obviously don't know everything. Chinese medicine has been around for so long. And when we see things that say needs more research, it's like, well, who's going to do that research? They don't want us to know if something's going to work or not because
Mhm.
big
Right.
pharma, right? And one of the things that really changed my mind about all of this was when I was in my 20s and living in Mexico and I had a cough. You guys know I have lung issues. I had a cough for like a month long and it was not getting better. I'd taken antibiotics for it, like a whole thing. Nothing was getting better. And there's a woman who was a sobadora. So a sobadora is like a massage lady or man in Mexico, sobador. And you get sobado, right? Like they put oils on you and then they rub you down, basically. They give you a massage. So we were sitting in a local area together and she said, go get me a little bottle of oil from the store. So I went and got this little bottle of oil from the store and she put it on my forearms and started massaging. I don't know, it was either the left or the right forearm. And she started massaging my forearm and like did a really good massage for, like half an hour or so. And then that night my cough got better. And like instantly. So obviously it was her type of like acupressure, acupuncture
Mhm.
kind of a thing, right? Like moving it around. And so that really opened up my okay, things that we don't is aren't necessarily scientific, haven't been proven yet can work. And to not if it's especially if it's something that isn't like one of you said isn't invasive, to try it. Don't put off your cancer treatment or whatever, but try
Right,
these
for sure.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And even maybe before you try an invasive medication, especially when it comes to like, hardcore drugs for your brain or whatever. Try all the things or do them at the same time because it can like medicine was not working for my lungs at that point. And
Mhm.
Right.
she was able to make it work instantly, basically.
I wonder
And
what was in
there's
the oil. Was it mullein
Right.
to help you breathe?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's probably
maybe.
freaking canola, aceite de whatever.
She goes try to bake you. But like herbalism, that's what they use back in the day for like thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
years. People
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
used this. And like I
Mhm.
wonder if that medication that you got, Helen, if it had foxglove in it. Because you said you're having trouble breathing. Was it for your heart? Because they use
It
foxglove for
was
heart medications.
I will tell you, it was lion's mane mushroom.
Mm.
Oh.
And so I
Okay.
think I was allergic to that.
Yeah.
And there is a supplement for the lungs, Narcy. My husband went also, he has lung issues, and they gave
Mhm.
him a supplement for that, and of
Yeah.
course, he didn't take it. My son went, he needed something for, to detox his liver, and I'm not taking it because he said it tasted gross. Well, my doctor said, you want the body to, your taste buds, you wanna taste that stuff so your body knows what to do. I'm holding
Right.
my nose when it's a
Yeah.
pill, and it still does taste like dirt,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but I just try to drink my water very quickly
Yeah.
as I take it.
I feel like
Well,
oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I've started taking it's been like a month now because I just finished the first bottle of magnesium.
Mhm.
And I think it's called NAC also every night for a month now. And you guys know my chronic pain, like I have pain
Hmm.
Mhm.
all over my body. And after a couple weeks of taking, I think it's the magnesium. I've taken so many different things. Like my doctors literally said to me, I don't know what to do about you, kind of a thing. And
We
so
love
I
that.
started, and
Yeah.
like you know, right? She's like, "Ugh." My pain isn't completely gone, like my knee pain, those kind of things, but like the full body stuff has been so much more relieved. And I went on a trip somewhere and wasn't taking it religiously like I had been. And by the time we were heading back, I could feel those kind of pains like kind of coming back into my body. So listen.
I'm glad it's working for you because I know magnesium is
Yes.
so good, but I have like an allergic reaction to that son of a bitch,
Oh yeah.
which
There's
pissed me
all
off.
different there's all different kinds too. But yeah, I mean, like it is also finding the balance. Like you said, like you could be allergic to something that I
Right.
can take. So it is that kind of finding balance. And another thing that the doctors will tell you, oh, you can't be allergic to that thing. And that's bullshit because
Yeah.
we can literally be allergic to anything. Anything. There are people that are allergic to water.
That's
Yeah. As you
crazy.
age,
Yeah.
you just come up with these new allergies. Like my friend right now is dealing with, she's becoming allergic to wasps stinging her. Like she's getting like so swollen.
Oh,
And they're like,
yeah.
well, since you don't have an official allergy, we can't prescribe you this, that, and the other. And I'm just like,
What?
so freaking annoying. I'm like, are you gonna wait for her to die before you give her an EpiPen?
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah,
on.
mine was tree nuts, and I was never allergic to that before
Right.
until just a couple of years ago. And
Yeah.
they say you're not allergic to that. Well, I know what my body is doing if I
Exactly.
eat
You
the
do
certain
know.
nuts. So don't
Like when I
tell me
have
I
too
don't
many
have a
oranges
reaction.
and my throat closes up, I feel
Yeah,
like that's an allergy.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't eat the oranges.
They're so good.
I know.
The good thing about the supplements, is made sure I ask the doctor that they aren't gonna react to, like my son was on an antidepressant and my husband's on all like a whole host of medications, and those were okay to take with their prescribed medicine. So
Right. Yeah.
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 What
I
are
mean,
you
I think it's good.
squeezing?
What are you
What am I
What are you
squeezing?
squeezing? I'm like, I want that. It feels like a little ball in
I'm
your
sorry.
hand.
It's called Nido. I'll send you a link to it.
I know, I want it.
One of the kids, I just want to bite it. One of the
Yeah.
kids came in with it yesterday, and I showed her teacher. I was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this cool thing that she brought in." And she was like, "Oh," I was like, "These are so cool." So I told my boss, I was like, "Please buy us some of these." And then the teacher of that child went to, I think it was Hobby Lobby last night, and got, this is the generic version, so it's a little softer
Mm.
than the name brand one.
What would
But it's
happen if you
just
cut it
like,
in half?
oh,
What would come
I
out?
don't think it's like a liquid. I think it's just like a, not even
A
like a
gel? You
jelly. It's just, no, I don't even think it would be a jelly. It's just so,
should cut it open.
ooh.
Show me.
Dissect that, please.
I need to know.
Oh, I'm scared. It's got a plug, so maybe it does have some kind of
It
leakage.
has to. I thought it was a lemon.
She was squeezing like a
No,
stress
I'm
ball.
obsessed
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
like a lemon stress
yeah, I
ball.
just
And I
got
was
it
like,
today.
Mm.
she's
So
like, I'm
just
fine. I
doing-
haven't had any feral moments, but she's like squeezing the fuck out
I
of this
know,
thing.
right?
That's
Aggressively, might we add.
Yeah.
The whole time. This
like
whole show.
squishing it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
And I'm like
Oh,
a
you
dog,
know-
and that's a squirrel. And I'm just every time she comes out with it, I'm like,
I want to bite it. When I first got, I was like, oh, I just want to.
yeah, like I need to rip it
No, I'm
open
not
and
gonna.
see what's inside.
Then you can't squish it.
Yeah, but that's how you get it back up. One to dissect and one to play with.
When I get one, a backup, I will cut this one open.
Okay, thank you.
We have
You're
to do it on
welcome.
camera. We all want to see. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a deep breath, light some ethically sourced incense, and see what the Feral Oracle prescribes today.
Okay, so today we are using the Green Witches Oracle deck by Erin Murphy Hissock, and it's illustrated by Sarah Richard. Sarah with no H.
Good.
You don't like Sarah?
Not right now.
Oh, not right now.
It's
Can we get
triggered.
that tea after the episode?
Maybe.
Oh, I think this is our card. Okay, we got the cauldron. Creation, opportunity, and caring. This This guidebook is so hard to find things in.
What does the card look like? Oh, the cauldron. Nice.
Mhm.
Looks like our traditional Chinese medicinal fucking tea.
Yeah, exactly. Mud tea.
Yeah.
Yum.
Card meaning self-transformation. One of the central goals of witchcraft can be intimidating. The cauldron card reassures you that brewing change is a chance to create new opportunities for yourself as well as those around you. This can be as simple as adopting a fresh outlook. The cauldron encourages you to think creatively and to try combining things that may not seem to work together at first glance to solve a problem. The cauldron is also a symbol of nourishing yourself and others. Caring for those around you is an enriching pursuit for all involved. The reflection is, are you avoiding brainstorming different solutions when faced with a problem? And that's it.
I like that. And I feel like that's perfect for our episode about the mind.
Yeah. Trying new things.
Mhm. Even
Being
if you think
open.
they don't go together.
Yeah.
I feel like the cards never lie.
Yep.
They're always on point.
Always on point.
Yeah.
That was perfect. All right. Before we start diagnosing each other with vibes, let's close with some final reflections. So, what do you all think? Are these healing tools legit, placebo powered, or just trendy tools of emotional processing? We want to know what has truly helped you heal physically, emotionally, or spiritually, and how do you even tell what's real versus what just feels good?
What's your go-to alternative healing method? Are you popping pills or smoking herbs? Tapping your head or putting loads of needles in your back? Does it work or is it just your favorite kind of placebo?
As always, we're not here to tell you what to believe. We're just here to explore, question everything, and laugh along the way. Maybe you found something that truly helps you. Maybe you've tried something that made you roll your eyes so hard you saw another dimension. Either way, you're not alone. Keep asking questions, stay open minded, and don't be afraid to challenge your own beliefs. That's where the good stuff lives. And remember, healing isn't linear, it's a zigzag through crystal shops, therapy, and bad decisions. Just make sure to keep your vibes high, your bullshit detectors calibrated, and your chakras just slightly off kilter because perfection is boring, but chaos, now that's where the magic lives.
That was a fun little episode, although we might need an exorcism after that one. Thanks for tuning in to another chaotic dose of madness. New episodes drop every Wednesday. When Mercury's doing its thing, the moon's in our corner, and the stars finally align, you know it's time to hit play. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the feral sphere.
Bye.
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 Bye.